Shalom, shalom, Miss Pocket. What's going on, Kingdom family? I'm back with day number 7 on why Xmas is demonic and is not of the Most High. Before I start, first, let's go to the throne of grace. Abba Yahuwah, the eternal King, the great I am, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy. As I decrease, Father, you increase at the Ruach HaKodesh. Your light flows through me on every word. Continue to let your light shine through me. Never allow me, Father. I surrender all. I surrender this moment. I surrender this video. And let it open up the eyes and the ears of your children, Father, that's on this earth, that's been deceived and been lied to for all these years. Let this rain truth to someone's situation, that wake your children up to come out of falsehood, to come out of deception. Your word doesn't come back void. You're not a man that shall lie. We trust you. We believe in you. We have faith in you, Father. Strengthen our discernment, strengthen our minds, and strengthen our hearts. And we just want to say thank you and we love you. All praises to you. Ramamu Yahuwah, Braka Yahuwah, Hallelujah Yahuwah. These things I ask in the mighty name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Amen. All right, brothers and sisters, this is day number 7. Sorry for it to be so late in the evening, you know, things happen, we only can do what we can do when we can do it. But we're going to get started with this. This is going to be, I don't know how long it's going to be, so I'm just going to let that rock leave me, but I'm going to go ahead and start this. The winter solstice is the darkest night, is the longest, it's the darkest and the longest night of the year. Historically treated as a global spiritual portal, used for rituals, divination, offerings, sacrifices, believed to be the rebirth of the sun god, the root of December 25th celebrations. Basically, this is how the ancient nations operated, and scriptures confirmed it. From December 21 to the 22nd, the sun reaches its lowest point. The day is shortest, darkness is large, and darkness is the longest, begins to rise on, hold on, messed up. Okay, there we go. Darkest is the longest. Sun appears to stop for 3 days, December 22nd to December 24th. Then the sun begins to rise on December 25th. Back in ancient times, the ancient nations believed this as the sun had died. Okay? Staying dead for 3 days and was reborn on December 25th. This idea existed 1,000 years before Rome and Christianity. Y'all get that? Before Rome and Christianity. The reason why the winter solstice was and still considered a demonic holiday because in ancient world, the winter solstice was a time when witches believed the veil was the thinnest, oracles practiced divination, and the priests performed sacrifices. Kings performed pagan rites. Nation worshiped the unconquered sun. Sexual rituals invoked fertility. Death rituals involve ancestral spirits. As you can see, across every ancient culture, December 21st to the 25th was seen as a cosmic spiritual gateway, a time when gods and death and chaos reigned, a time requiring sacrifice to restore the sun. And this is exactly why nearly every pagan deity has a birthday on December 25th. This is not a coincidence. It's astrological worship, which Yahuwah condemned. Now, these are the deities that are born on December 25th across cultures on this earth. Number one, Tammuz, Dumuzi, Babylon, rebirth god, connected to Nimrod and associated with Ishtar. 2, Horus, Egypt, son of Osiris and Isis, sun deity. 3, Mithra, the Persia and Rome, born from Iraq. Shepherd witnessed his birth, sun warrior. Number 4, Sol Invictus, Rome, the unconquered sun, official deity of the empire. 5, Dionysus, Greece, the god of ecstasy and wine. Krishna, India, avatar of Vishnu. 7, Attis, Phrygia, resurrection deity. 8, Baal and Moloch, the sun deity, tied to child sacrifices. As you can see, all of them connected to the sun dying and being reborn at the solstice. This is why December 25th was chosen for the Mashiach by Rome. Not by scripture, not by Yahuwah, not by prophecy. See, this aligns with pagan worship and practice sun worship, not Torah. I'm telling you, this stuff gets deep. The spiritual principle behind the solstice represent darkness at its maximum power, the reign of deities, the weakening of the light, the rebirth of the sun god, a counterfeit resurrection. This is satanic mimicry because Yahusha is the true light. He is the true light of the world. So the enemy crafted a timetable to mock, mirror, and counterfeit Yahuwah's plan with sun worship. For Deuteronomy 4:19, unless you lift up your eyes unto heaven, and when you see the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the hosts of heaven should be driven to worship them and serve them, which Yahuwah your Elohah has divided unto all nations under the whole heaven. Basically, it's saying they worship what Yahuwah had created. They worship the sun, they worship the moon, they worship the stars. How the winter soldiers invited demonic spirits in almost every culture. The solstice season was recognized as a time when the underworld was open, spirits and ancestors returned, fallen beings could interact, oracle and witches gained supernatural insight, darkness influenced humans. Several rituals were engaged, sacrifices to appease gods, increased. This included blood sacrifices, burning incense to the sun, child offerings to Moloch and Saturn, ritual feasting, orgiastic rites, gift giving to idols. These are the same practices now during the Christmas holiday season. This is what they was doing back in ancient times. But now it's watering down. It's watered down, but basically it has the same thing. Y'all having these feast days, these holidays, these Christmas parties, your family dinners and all this stuff, and you bringing Christmas trees and wreaths into your houses and stuff. You are taking your kids to go see Santa, which you having them sitting on Satan's lap. And y'all passing these gifts around, y'all going buying these gifts and everything. What are y'all doing? Y'all offering child sacrifices to idols. Y'all giving gifts to idols. This is the same practices. You know, these are the same things. The same thing. It's just watered down, just sanitized. It's different, but it carries the same weight. And these are the scriptures that Yahuwah rejects all sources-based religions. Ezekiel 8:15-18. Then he said to me, "Have you seen this, son of man? Turn yet again, and you shall see greater abominations than these." And he brought me into the inner court of the house of Yahuwah, and behold, at the door of the temple of Yahuwah, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men, with their backs toward the temple of Yahuwah, and their faces toward the east. And they worshiped the sun toward the east. Then he said unto me, "Have you seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Yahudah that they commit the abominations which they committed here? For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger. Therefore will I do also in fury." Sun worship brings fury. Solstice worship is sun worship. It brings fury. This brought him to wrath. This brought him to anger. The reason why I brought him to wrath is because we wasn't supposed to be doing what the rest of the world doing. Those who practice witchcraft and divination and all that stuff, he told us to stay away from. But our ancestors, our forefathers, went back to that lifestyle because they followed the ways of the world, followed the traditions of men. So whenever the children of Yasharel got into trouble, it's because we disobeyed him. We started picking up pagan practices. We started doing what the witches and the warlocks and them was doing at that time. We was practicing divination. We was worshiping false idols. We was doing what the rest of the world was doing. When we was not made and not raised, we are a chosen people. We are a chosen people. We are a chosen nation. We're not supposed to do the ways of the world. We're not supposed to do what heathens do. But hey, there's wickedness in all people, though. I mean, the whole world was doing this, and we were not a big nation, but we was a chosen nation, while the rest of the world was practicing worshiping mighty ones and sacrificing, doing all this stuff. So when we were surrounded by it, because we was under Roman tyranny, under Roman rule. Pagans, I mean, these people were celebrating pagans. It was getting too popular, and Rome couldn't do nothing about it. So they indoctrinated with Christianity, and they made it fit, and they made it seem like December 25th was the day of Mashiach's birth, in which that's a lie straight from hell. For Jeremiah 10:2-5, Yahuwah tells us not to do the things that other nations do. Their custom was in vain. You know, the Christmas trees is pagan. Deuteronomy 12:31. You should not treat the Most High, Yahuwah, Yahweh, in the way you treat false pagans. How can you worship the Creator? How can you worship the Creator and sacrificing to deities at the same time? How can you worship Him when you're still doing the things that the rest of the world is doing? Worshiping other mighty ones, practicing divination and sorcery and witchcraft. How can you serve the Creator? How can you say you love Him? You worship Him with your lips, but your hearts are far from Him. He tell you what the things that He hates. These are the things that He hates. He doesn't smile on this. Scriptures tells us to stay away from these things. Do not go to the forest and cut down the tree. Bring it in your house. Deck it with silver and gold. Fasten it. I mean, you're not probably doing it physically this year, but you go to these places that got Christmas trees. Look what's going on in these commercials and stuff. They are making it like this is what they do. We are the children of the Most High. We don't do this stuff. We don't carry ourselves like this. We don't do that. But they do. It's pagan. You're sacrificing to Nimrod and Tammuz. You opened up a spiritual realm to all these demons come in. All these people are filled with demons, these witches and these warlocks. These people are bringing these entities up in here. These entities up in these people. I got people that sitting around me with entities up in them. It is sickening, it is sad that the rest of the world, and we've been duped. Black folks in America been duped. The rest of the world been duped. Your ancestors were sold into slavery because of the disobedience of the Most High. They did the things that they weren't supposed to be doing because He had His heads of a protection over us, a nation, a chosen nation. When we got out of pocket, we got sold into slavery. And they wonder why things not going well in the United States of America with black folks. And you wonder why you got people walking around here with demons up in them. These entities up in them. And y'all don't know how to cast out these demons. And it's sad. You know, the devil is a liar and the truth ain't in him. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what he been doing. You think they like you? Do you think they care about you? Now, I ain't saying that all people are like this. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting that on everybody. There's a lot of people that believes in the Creator. There's a lot of people that worship Him in spirit and truth. I'm not categorizing those people. I'm talking about the ones who believe in the devil. Those who sold their soul to the devil. Those who don't want to see you win or shine because you are a child of the Most High. You belong to the Eternal King. He wrote those statutes, laws, and commandments to a certain group of people. That's why they hate us. They want to wipe us out, but they can't take us out completely because we are the light. It shines in us. It dwells in us. But don't get me wrong. Our people too. There are witches that are in our nation. Just like warlocks and wizards and voodoo priests and priestesses and shamans and everything else. See, Scripture says, "I suffer not a witch to live. A witch shall not labor." Meaning, if a witch repents and turn from her wicked ways and stop doing this and stop doing that, she'll live. She'll have life. But if a witch continue, all witches must die. That means warlocks, wizards, practitioners, soothsayers, tarot readers, all these people. Scripture says it. But hu Allah Barak, no man can curse. There's no source against Yaqub and Yasharel. Vengeance is mine, says Yahuwah. We don't walk around doing these things. When you think negative about somebody, you with somebody's death, and you might have to say it out loud. You think it. That's witchcraft. You mad and jealous and envious somebody, that's witchcraft. That's divination. That is a sin. That is an error. And you will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. Y'all will burn in the lake of fire. You keep doing what you're doing. He sent back. And y'all don't think he's real. He's gonna make a believer out of y'all one of these days. He's gonna let y'all know I'm not no myth. I'm not no fake. I'm not no phony. I'm not a man that should lie. My words still stand. You know, you people, this is what they did. They intermingled this thing. He said, do not mix this. Don't worship me in sacrifices to false deities. Don't put me in that category with them. How dare y'all? Y'all gonna disrespect me like that? Y'all gonna disrespect me like that? Okay. I love y'all. I put a hedge of protection around y'all. I delivered y'all out of Egypt once. Every time y'all got in trouble, I came through for y'all. And y'all still go back doing the same thing the rest of the world is doing. All right. I'm going to make y'all object of scorn. Y'all going to be ridiculed. Y'all going to be hated. Y'all going to be crying out. They're going to be taking your kids away from you. You ain't going to be able to do nothing. You ain't going to have no power. You ain't going to have my protection no more. And that's exactly what happened. That's why Yasharel was so afflicted, because we were surrounded by it. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. Then our people started practicing what they practiced. So those curses fell upon us because we did what the rest of the world did. They love it. And you adopted it because you lost your way. Your ancestors lost their way. While we was putting on auction blocks and stuff like that and everything else being sold, being violently raped and all this stuff and everything, and y'all still packing on these practices, Yahuwah rebukes those. You know, I'm not even worried about it. I mean, I don't want to see our people to suffer. I don't want humanity to suffer. But hey, like I said, I've seen a lot and I've been through a lot, and I'm not holding on to anything. I release it at the end of the day. But one thing I know, the devil try to take me out, and he can't and he won't. He can try. He can send all his little minions and all his little funkies around me to study me, try to siphon my energy and all that. But I give them. They ain't got my permission to do that. So I rebuke him. I rebuke him. I rebuke him. And I call my power back to me any day, every day, all day. Because they keep trying, they won't stop. These demons up in you, resist the devil and he shall flee from you. But our people suffer from a lack of knowledge. Our people lost their way. This is no dig to any other race or anything like that, but I'm speaking on the children of Yasharel, the house of Yehuda, the Yahudim, the true Hebrews of the scriptures, the black folks that was sold across the four corners for being disobedient to the Most High, by turning your back on him, by serving other mighty ones. This is a generational curse. This is generational trauma. And y'all can be the first people in your family to break these traditions. These are traditions that's been going on from century to century. You eating unclean things, you partying, you doing this, you doing that, you doing what the rest of the world doing. And you wonder why everybody's above us. Let's clock it. Let's call it the word like it says. Reason why the other nations above us get more rights than black folks do, because it was written for them to go that way. We were living in prophecy. We was living in Deuteronomy 28. But you know what? The 100 years is up. A lot of people will not walk this narrow path. They choose not to walk this narrow path. They choose to walk the ways of the world. They choose to be rebellious. They choose to dabble in things. And they think they're going to inherit this earth. Y'all too busy worrying about getting a house here, getting a house there. Yeah, at the end of the day, well, are you prepared? Are you prepared for what's about to come next? Are you going to be prepared to be able to go back the way you came to a land that's flowing with milk and honey, to that land that was promised to your ancestors and forefathers? Or are you going to stay stuck doing the things that is not of the Most High? Are you still going to walk around here doing witchcraft and sorcery? Are you still going to be jealous and envious and hateful of somebody? Are you still going to try to project on people? Is this exactly where you're going to, this is how you're going to carry your life? You're going to be sacrificing to pagan deities? And I know and no matter where I go on this earth, I always attract these low-level demons and stuff like that. But it ain't their fault. It's these spirits that's up in them. They're being controlled by the devil. They're being controlled by Satan. And they don't understand why they're doing what they're doing, because they don't understand what they're coming up against. Monitoring spirits. You got people that's jealous and envious and stuff. They operating out of their hatred and their bigotry. This is the type of spirits these people do. But I'm tell you one thing, never let them see you sweat. They're going to watch you, they're going to study you, they're going to monitor you, they're going to report on you, they're going to do everything they can. They're going to report back to the devil. Got his agents too. The devil's in this government system, these churches, these witches and these warlocks and these wizards, these elite people, these dark covens, these secret societies, and at the end of the day, they're scared, they're terrified because they lost their power. Their time is up, and they know it. And so what they want to do, they want to distract you, they want to get you scared, they want you to react a certain type of way because they lost their power. They're losing their power, so they're desperate. So that's the reason why they want to make America great again. They losing their power, their structure throughout this whole system, throughout this world, because of the darkness they put on this earth. These spells. How you think they rose to power? They stay behind the shadows and everything else, sending people out here, paying people to come up against you, come up against the Most High chosen people. Satan sending his agents, these witches, these warlocks. People are reading in people's lives. People trying to siphon people's energy and all this stuff. The devil is a liar and the truth ain't in him. There's one thing about me, I'll fear no man. But I ain't out here bothering nobody though. I ain't gotta go out here and get in people's face and be all up in people's spaces and stuff and try to siphon up in their energy, be up in their energy field, trying to build this war is me. Look at me. Can I come in? Can I come in? I'm knocking at your door. Let me in, please, please, please. We ain't got time for that mess. This is exactly what these people do. They operate because these demons that up in these people, they don't have the light of the Most High. If you have the light of the Most High, you can tell by their fruit. You can look at these people and tell who they operate out of. See, the Most High is a high order. See, these demons, they messy. They messy. They are messy. Their lifestyle is messy. Drugs and alcohol. They're being paid. They don't sold their soul. So they ain't got the right mindset to walk in light. But it's not flesh and blood we're dealing with. It's these principalities. It's these spirits that's up in these people. It's these people that walk around here just study people, watch people, jealous of people because they don't have the divine backing of the Most High on their life. So they jealous. Y'all priests, these Roman Catholic priests, the synagogue of Satan. Yeah, and it is what it is. Pagan worshipers, Satan worshipers, worshiping Nimrod, sacrificing, honoring Tammuz, and everything else. This like I said, this is what day 7 of this series, and we still got 18 more days. We got 18 more days of this series on why this holiday season is so demonic. So it's pagan rituals, sacrificing your kids, going on holiday shopping, decorating lights and everything else. All this stuff is satanic and demonic. I can go anywhere I want to if I choose to and stuff like that. But no matter where I go, I'm dealing with people that operate out of these spirits that's controlling them. And you can look at them and tell. You can just look at them and tell. These people, these demon-filled people. Like I said, I rebuke them, I bind them, I cast them, send them to the dry places, never to return. I can do all these things that won't, but it's a spiritual warfare. You got to recognize, you got to be able to see in the spirit what you're coming up against. See, this one thing about me. The Most High don't play when it comes to me. He'll allow these people to come into your life. He allow these people to get close and close and close and close. He prepared a table in front of your enemies. Your enemies got to sit back and watch you shine. Your enemies got to sit back and watch you win. The devil tried to send his soul do the same old tactics to get you to fall back into what you used to do. You look that devil in the face and tell him, "Get behind me, Satan. The devil is a liar and the truth ain't in you. I got all authority over you to stomp on your neck, to stomp on your head." That's why people don't understand. Like I said, this is not flesh and blood that we're dealing with. It ain't the person's fault. It's the spirit that's up in these people that operate just like that. And they can't control because they're being controlled by the devil. I mean, you got these people that operate like this, these witches and these warlocks, these elite people, these Freemasons, these government officials. Everybody's in on it. But they come in, they come around, they open up these portals to this demon realm, and they don't even give a care. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your kids. Like I said, black folks, we batteries. The light is more on us than it is in them. I'm not saying that to be mean to anything like that. This is facts. The children of Yasharel was more connected to the Most High than any other nation on this earth. They want what you got, or they don't want you to reach what you was promised to. So you need to check your heart. I need to check your heart. Stop worshiping him with your lips. Stop saying that you worship him and you love him, but you're still sacrificing to these fake deities out here. It's Babylon all over again, but just Christianized, and they deemed it as Xmas. And it was just sad how people just operate, how they live their lives. It is sad. I mean, these dark forces, these secret societies, they ain't got no life. Nah, I mean, I'm being attacked spiritually. I can feel the warfare on my knees. People projecting, people cursing me in their minds. They ain't gotta say nothing to curse you. These people ain't gotta say a word to curse you. They can just think it. They can project on you and all this stuff. Man, the devil is alive. Back to sender. 7-fold, 10-fold, 100-fold, whatever the case may be. This is what the enemy do. They are jealous and they are hateful. You walk in divine light, you carry a light, you carry an essence about you. Though I'm talking to the remnant, I'm talking to the chosen ones. Y'all been through all type of warfare, y'all still here. Y'all still going, no matter what the circumstances, you still praise him through your circumstance. You still trust and believe in the Most High. He's still going to see you through. Don't even worry about your end. Don't worry about your haters. Your haters can't do nothing with you. They can't do nothing to you, but just sit back and just watch. They can try their best at the same time. When they operating like this, the Most High sees it. He's allowing this to happen to you for a reason. He wants to see how far they're willing to take it. Because they think the Most High ain't real. They think it's a lie. See, even demons know who he is. They gotta bow down. They gotta flee. They can't cross spiritual boundaries no more. Either they're gonna have to bow down or they're gonna have to flee. One of the two. Like I said, I mean, I love y'all. I love y'all with all my heart. But at the same time, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can't help these people that came up against you. I mean, you can apply a petition for them and hope their heart change, but at the end of the day, vengeance is his. Says, he don't like what the enemy's been doing to y'all. He don't like it. Y'all been selected, y'all been chosen to do great things on this earth before your time is up. And they coming up against y'all, that is messing with the Creator. That's messing with his plans. That's messing with his plans that he has for you. And he's like, all right, it ain't gonna end well for these people. It's not. These people they're gonna learn the hard way. Some of them been told to stop. Some of them been told to stop, but they don't understand why they keep going because some of them sell their soul to the devil. Some of them still practice these things. These witches be getting hit upside the head. These warlocks be getting hit upside the head. They done lost this and they done lost that, and they still going. They don't suffer anything. We don't glorify people suffering. It is sad, you know. It is sad. But y'all continue to keep your. He tell you what's going on this season. You know, this is prophecy being fulfilled at the end of the day. We've been living in prophecy. We've been walking in prophecy for over 400 years. We've been speaking on this. We've been speaking on this. You know, I'm thankful. I'm thankful and grateful. Even though he slayed me, I'm still going to trust him. I'm still going to believe in him. I'm still going to have faith. And at the end of the day, my relationship with the Creator is my relationship with the Creator. I talk to him every day. I speak with him every day. You know, he knows my heart. It's a daily surrender. It's a daily surrender. You got to surrender to him. You got to surrender to him. You got to abide in him for he can abide in you. And it's not easy. It's not easy. But your faith being tested. A lot of people, many are called, few are chosen. A lot of people was called, but they went ahead and got off that narrow path. They went ahead and jumped ship. They said, nah, it's too rough and tough for me. I got to go back into my old ways. You know, I got to go back to what's comfortable. I got to go back to what's familiar to me. I got to go back to those old habits of drinking and smoking and partying and lusting and fornicating, lying and stealing and killing, still practicing this and still practicing that. You know, that's why he said, come out of Babylon. Come out of this system. Come out of bondage. Elevate your thinking. Ask him to remove the veil off your eyes so you can see. This is spiritual warfare. Now I'm saying this to the lost souls out here. You know, when this come across your timeline, when this come across your video, if you going through this, or somebody you know, send it to them. So I'm like, hey man, listen to this. I think you need to listen to this. You know, I'm not here to make friends. I'm just here to do the will of my Father, to glorify him, to bring honor and glory to his name, to speak his name, to speak what he likes and what he hates, to wake up your souls, to get you back on track, because these days are going fast. You know, before you know it, 2026 is coming. And I don't know about y'all. I choose to elevate my thinking, my consciousness, the way how he created me to be, and live how he wanted me to live. I'm not living for the world. I'm not living for these past relationships, these trauma bond people. I'm not doing none of this stuff. No. I mean, I don't hate people. I mean, I love people. I understand people's struggles. I understand what people are going through. I understand what it's like to be poor out here. But I'm not on that level no more. I am not on that level no more. I don't have that mindset. I don't have that poverty mindset no more. What's for me is what's for me. And can nobody deny it? Can nobody block it? Can nobody swap it? Can nobody stop it? Period, point blank. No. The true Hebrew name of the Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach. Every demon that hears that name, they gotta flee. And that's by faith, and that's by power, that's by divine authority. They gotta flee. Because if they don't flee, they gotta deal with the Most High. And he's seen them, you know. But we walk by faith and not by sight without authority. You gotta be confident. You gotta be confident in the Creator. It's not cockiness, it's not arrogance. You confident in the Creator. We stand on His word. If His word says it, hey, He's not a liar. You can't make, you said this. You're not a man that should lie. Your word doesn't come back void. So if I declare and decree something, and you gave me the authority, and I believe and I have faith in you and I trust in you, and you tell me if I speak this, demons shall flee. Demons shall flee. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. These people, these low-level people, these low-level demons, the entities and stuff like that, they gotta bow down, they gotta flee. But hey, there's a lot of sick people in this world. There's a lot of sick people in this world. But hey, that's why you pull out a petition for people, but also you move out the way. We can't say every soul is not meant to be saved. Some people are already on chose sides, But He's merciful though. But like I said, this is harvest season time. This is time to reap the harvest. What you sowed on this earth, what the people done on this earth for over these years, these decades, and this is time to receive that harvest. You planted seeds, you birthing these things, whatever the case, whatever it is you're going through, it is harvest season time. It is time to reap the rewards that you sowed on this earth. You sow wickedness, you sow hatred, you sow witchcraft, you sow spells. Best believe it's coming back to you. You accept bribes to come against people, to monitor people, to stalk people. Just believe you're about to get your just rewards too. How you came against the children of the Most High? You did what you sowed seeds of discord, honesty, jealousy, hatred. You looked into people's lives, you tarot read, you practice witchcraft, and you saying this, you thinking about this on people. I best believe you're going to receive that harvest. What you want for them, you're going to receive. And there's a lot of people that lost their lives. A lot of people ain't here because of the wickedness they done. They've been told. A lot of people been told. A lot of people been warned. He even told you, stop doing this. Stop doing that. Stay away from people. Stay away from my kids. Stay away from my children. But you choose not to. Stop following the ways of the world. Stop doing this. But you choose not to. You choose to continue to smoke. You continue to drink. You continue to lie. You continue to steal. Our people suffer from a lack of knowledge. And what y'all know, y'all use it for the wrong reasons too. To elevate yourself, to promote yourself, to step on people. I never seen nobody with all the money in the world hate somebody that ain't got nothing. How can you be rich? How can you be a celebrity, but you hating on somebody else that ain't got nothing? How can you be in high positions and you hating on people that ain't got nothing? That don't make no sense. But what does make sense is what is the spirit that you carry. You carry that demonic spirit. You carry the characteristics of your father, which is the devil. Y'all can't say y'all have the Most High Spirit in you, because that's the case. If you do, you know the fruit of the Spirit. You walk by the fruit of the Spirit. Like I said, ain't nothing that the devil can do to you no more. Ain't nothing what these enemies can do to you anymore. Ain't nothing what these demons can do to you no more. Ain't nothing what these witches, these warlocks can do to you no more. Ain't nothing what they can do is just sit back and just watch. Sit back and just watch. Because what they wanted for y'all still here, you're still grinding, you're still in the middle of it, telling you hold on to your faith and your belief and your trust in the Most High. He's going to usher you out. He's got to come and get you. He's got to come and get you. He don't sit back and say, y'all done had enough. Y'all done made it through the storm. Y'all done been through it and everything else. I'm trying to get you here and trying to get you there. You got people that's coming up in your life, people coming up in your atmosphere, no matter where you go. It's wintertime out here. It's cold out here. Your money's been held back from you. People done stole your rights and stole this from you. They done put blockages in your life and everything else to keep you from receiving what the Most High has for you. At the same time, and it's time for you to go. Profit without honor in your hometown. Y'all have no honor in your hometown. But y'all stuck. But you don't have a stuck mindset. You just ain't had the luxury. You ain't had the resources to get up and get on that plane, get up on that train, get on that bus, and just go. Everything costs. Everything costs, but don't worry about it. The Most High knows your struggle. He knows what you're going through. He knows what you're coming up against. And at the end of the day, enough is enough. He moved you away from people. He moved people out your life for a reason. But yet, things happen in His time and His time alone. So Whatever comes up, you got the mental fortitude, you got the spiritual rank, you got wisdom, you know what's deceptive and what's of. But like I said, there's a lot of wolves in sheep clothing too. So you gotta ask the Most High, give me wisdom to be able to discern these people, discern what's going on around me, and be aware of what's going on around you. We know what's going on around us. We know exactly what's going on around us. And nothing, like I said, sometimes we cover the wrong people, but they want ill will and ill intent for your life. You cover the wrong people. Sometimes you just gotta get out the way. You gotta learn how to get out the way. Like, hey, I did all I can do. I see what you are. I see what you about. I see what's up in you. Now it's time. I can't do it. This is all you. This battle was never mine to begin with. This battle was yours. You gotta learn how to release it. But I just wanted to come on here, give you this day 7, let you know this is not of the Most High. And let's see. So basically, Saturnalia and the Sultan's rituals involve child sacrifices. He said, don't mix these things with worship. The Romans had a problem with pagan worship because it was popular. So they renamed it Christmas. They Christianized it. So they couldn't get rid of it. So what they did, they chose to mix it. And this is what you got today. So, like I said, they got scriptures to back it up. Come out of her, my people. Come out of Babylon. Come out this world system. Come out this matrix. For those who have ear, let them hear. This is a trumpet call. This is an awakening. This is time for y'all to wake up. It's time for y'all to wake up. I love y'all. And I hope to see y'all soon. If it's His will tomorrow's never promised to nobody. This is what you have today. What you have today is your praise and your worship. What you have today is your praise and your worship and your surrender. Surrender with your whole heart, your whole mind, your whole soul, your whole being, everything that's in you. I don't care if you're in your sick bed. I don't care if you're in prison. Yeah, some of your people are prisoners of the mind, of the old way of thinking, that stinking thinking, whatever you call it. Going back to those toxic cycles, those bad habits. It's time to come out of that. I love y'all. I want to see y'all win. I want to see everybody, even in this we don't want what they want for us. How can you want somebody to suffer the way they want you to suffer? That's not abiding in Mashiach, right? It's bad they did this to you. They think this way about you. How they came up against you. But you don't stoop to their level. We rise, we elevate. Speak life into yourself. Be ready to receive what the Most High has for you. What's for you is for you. Say that over your life. Declare it, decree it over your life. Say it out loud. Say it in your heart. Say it in your ruach, whatever the case may be. Declare abundance. Expect abundant lifestyle. He's ready to give it to you. Just be open up to receive it. Till next time.